Good afternoon and welcome back to the Ostersund Arena here in Sweden. It's day 3 and we are now on to game number 2. The Czech Republic are up next against Germany, both sitting on the same number of points in the tournament standings at the moment. Both on 3 points, but the Czech Republic have had just the one game so far. They played Game 1 on day 1, disposing of Slovakia by 5-0. As for Germany, they started with defeat against Japan, but bounced back yesterday afternoon with a 3-0 success against Slovakia. And these two now locking horns to find out which one of them will be joining Japan at the top of the tournament tree on 6 points. Of course, this is the World Para Ice Hockey Paralympic Winter Games Qualification tournament. And this is why the 5 teams you've been watching so far this week are here in Sweden to see which 3 will be joining the United States, Canada, the Republic of Korea, Italy and Norway at next year's Games. So Germany will be in their change strip today, of predominantly black with that amber at the top of their jersey. Czech Republic in mostly white, with a dashing of red across the shoulder area. So the Germans, after a tough loss to take against Japan on day 1, they lost by 6-2. Certainly came back in the best way possible with an electric start yesterday against Slovakia, going on to a 3-0 win in the end. Goals in that game courtesy of Felix Schrader, Jörg Vedder and Hugo Segref. Czech Republic looked pretty comfortable indeed against the same opponent, Slovakia. 5-0 they won, a hat-trick from their defenseman Pavel Kubeš, who was star of the show for them, and they've had a day's rest as well yesterday. Well, that 24-hour break has done them the world of good to come back refreshed here against a German team who have played 2 games in 2 days. Don't forget that all 5 teams will be given a day off tomorrow before play resumes on Friday. So both teams might as well go out at full pelt and make sure they earn their rest. 2 captains then coming to the officials on the near side. Bas Disveld of Germany, the first up, and he is followed by his opposite number, the Czech Republic captain, who is Zdeněk Šafranek. He got 2 goals in that victory against Slovakia. Slovakia have also played today, earlier on, against the host nation Sweden, and what a game that was. If you missed out, then you missed out on an absolute corker. It went to overtime at 1 apiece, and Slovakia managed to get the vital goal, Večenek sticking it past Ulf Nielsen, which means that at the moment in the league standings, Japan are top on 6, Czech Republic second on 3 points, just ahead of Germany, who are on the same amount of points but are separated on goal difference. Slovakia are 4th on 2 points, and Sweden rooted to the bottom after 2 games on 1. So we are just moments away from getting this one on the road. And you may notice during the game that there are 2 shirts, one on each bench. The one draped over the glass behind the German bench is that of team manager Ian Wood, who is not here for health reasons, unfortunately, this week. 53-year-old being shown great support nonetheless, and also on the Czech Republic side, the shirt is being draped out there for their number 65. Miroslav Herbek, the 52-year-old, unable to play in this one due to injury. So we're off and underway. The Czech Republic against Germany, both on the same amount of points. And we'll be separated after this one, but which one will be able to close the gap on current tournament leaders Japan? So that congested start on the near side. 2 Germans and 2 Czechs involved. And then the pass forward was met by, almost met by Gear. Too much pace on the puck. It's out for icing. And it will start in the Czech Republic defensive zone. Which is exactly where Germany wants to be at the moment. Big feature of both sides' wins against Slovakia was the quick start that they made. And a quick start here for either side could be absolutely vital. Matichka trying to make inroads forward. Now Kubek is going to go for a low effort, and a penalty has been given by the referee, and it will be against Germany. So the first power play of the game goes the way of the Czech Republic, and it will be 2 minutes in the penalty box for Christian Pilz, who comes across to the box on the near side. And the signal there from the referee is for holding, should I say pulling his opponent back. And so it's 2 minutes now for the Czech Republic to play with an extra player. In goal today is Klaus Broska for Germany. He missed out the first game against Japan, but replaced his goaltender colleague Simon Kunst for yesterday's match. Without conceding a goal, he made 14 saves out of 14. Here's Palat, back for Šafranek. There's the Czech Republic here are just surveying their options and slowly working their way into a dangerous area, but Germany are resolute at this moment in time, very central inside their defensive zone, and trying to force the Czech Republic out onto the periphery, although they've created a bit of a gap here. A low shot is in off of Sklorz, and eventually cleared away by the Germans over halfway, so the Czech team will now have to momentarily retreat to stay on side. Palat with a bit of room. He's got a man on the outside of him to his left. Tries to feed it down the centre instead, but finds just that black and amber wall of German bodies who can ship it clear. So Raul battling with Disveld on the far side, then a couple of other challenges flying in as well, including the one of Vedder, and the Czechs very firm there at the back. 30 seconds to go of this power play. Got to make sure they progress up the pitch and make something of this, because so far they've offered very little. There's a German man down, but he's play on, and Kubek has ghosted all the way and will score, and the Germans are furious, but the Czech Republic do not care, and it is Pavel Kubek who has drawn first blood for the Czech Republic. It's his 4th goal of the tournament. Just ghosted past a depleted German backline, who were too concerned by the man down for Germany, who was Sklorz. And nevertheless, the Czechs played on and stuck it home, but now there's a conversation going off between the referee and one of his linesmen, and also Jörg Vedder has come over as well to get involved in that debate. He's pleading, but Sklorz was down injured, and therefore the game should have been stopped. So we'll wait for confirmation of that first goal, but it seems to me that the referees are not going to change their mind. We'll wait and find out. Well, I said that the Germans are furious when that puck hit the back of the net. The Czechs will be now if it's overturned, and Kubek, as he was through there, did have a little look back towards the officials to see whether or not he was okay to continue. Just see it here, he gets past one of the players, then he takes a look back, and he saw no signal saying that the game should be stopped. He carried on. You can see the green card behind the goal as well, lifted by the extra official. The goal stands. Kuli Launstein and Šafranek are both in the centre of the ice, ready for the puck drop. And so the score indeed is Germany 0, Czech Republic 1. So a restart finally can get us back underway. We said about those quick starts being important for both of these teams so far in this tournament, and it's the Czech Republic who get a quick start of their own. 3 minutes gone. The Germans shell-shocked. Quite agitated as well, and Halak tries to pull it back for Klima to make matters worse. Snuffed away by a combination of Pilz, and now Disveld in there as well, but it's going to be a penalty again against Germany, this time for interference, and it's going to go against Christian Pilz for the second time. He's only just come back onto the ice after his first penalty, and he is absolutely fuming about that. But he's going to have another 2 minutes out, and at the moment he's spent more time in the penalty box than he has on the ice. Germany paid the price first time around. The Czech Republic will be licking their lips and hoping to distribute more of the same punishment. Kubek, the scorer, again whetting the appetite and shooting towards the roof of the goal. It hit the bar, came down, Gaia shoots, and once again it's hit the back of the net. Klaus Brodskat could not move a muscle, and the Czech Republic double their advantage just like they did on day one, with two quick-fire goals inside the first 5 minutes of this mammoth contest. And just like that, at the click of a finger and a thumb, the Germans have an awful lot of work to be done here. Germany 0, Czech Republic 2. The goal, courtesy of Mikhail Gaia. Well, Gaia has a tendency to say big performances for big games. He scored 5 in one game against Great Britain at the B-Pool World Championships last year, when the Czech Republic went on to get gold.
Czech Republic 2-0 by player number 74,
and still the Czech Republic coming forward, despite the fact Germany are now at full strength. They still look rattled, although there's a chance for a counter for them now. Vedder down the centre will get there ahead of Klima, but then the goaltender does manage to get there for Penka, and then there's a few issues going off behind the goal line there. You can see that Vedder is committed for the puck, but has actually been ordered off by the official. And so Vedder is the latest German to be put into the box. Well, what a disastrous start for Germany. 24 hours ago they were in dreamland after making a stunning start against Slovakia. Worth mentioning as well that Šafranek has also made way, so it is a 4-on-4 situation. Things can't have gone any worse in Andreas Picorni's prophecy before this one. Just awaiting the restart of play. I think the officials just coming across to the near side to explain what the infringement was and for which players. It seems like Vedder for Germany, the number 77, and Šafranek for the Czech Republic, the B-Pool World Championship captain, also a Czech League winner as well. in the CSHL. And the two players, they'll be out for the next 2 minutes. And we'll both be coming back on at the same time, so no real disadvantage for either team. If anything, it's better for the neutral because there's more space on the ice for both offensivemen to play with. Some cracking challenges coming in on the far side. Andreas Picconi furious with the referee due to the muscular nature of these challenges, but the referee happy for things to continue. Reidler. Heavy first contacts on the puck, and Gaia will gobble it up and recycle possession for Quebec. He may just chance his arm. He, in fact, tried to fire it towards the far side and perhaps find Matichka, but he got himself stuck with a German defender. Reidler against Quebec. No real winner in that contest. Quebec just getting enough of a ricochet on it to knock it forward. He'll get a second bite of the cherry now. Inside it goes. And Cooley Lounstein picked up possession. Trying to get forward with him. On the inside is Seagrave. Cooley Lounstein going alone down the outside. He's got company as well, courtesy of Habel. And ultimately, he'll be brought forwards by the Czechs. Quebec dumping it towards the backboard. No one up there for the Czech Republic. That dump forward just allowing them a bit of time to make some changes from the bench on the far side. Germany trying to catch them cold. Disveld loses out, and Palla just couldn't quite get his sticks into the ice to propel himself forward there. Kept the right side of the blue line by Klima. Left nicely and worked well for Raoul now. Bursting past Disveld, arching his way around the net. Both teams 5-on-5. The referee did very well there to get out of the way of Raoul as he surged into the corner. Again, a 2-on-2 battle. That puck at the moment, like a rare piece of gold. Both teams determined to lay claim to it. The puck goes out for icing, so a relentless last couple of minutes comes to an end, with both teams restored to a full-strength side, 5-on-5, but with the Czech Republic leading by a handsome margin in these early stages by 2-0. Habel up against Disveld. Habel did get the last touch on that, but Roska gets a glove on top of the puck to stop it dead. And a couple of moments for both sets of players to have a bit of a breather before restarting with a face-off in the exact same position. Cooley Lounstein this time tasked with thwarting Habel. Habel knocks it back. Possession is lost momentarily for the Czech Republic, who are forced well into their own territory before they will come back with it. Good idea that from Gaia to just flick it forwards, but it breaks down. Here's Habel. Plants one into the corner, hoping that someone in white would pressure a German defender into forcing a mistake and getting the puck back, but it didn't work out like that. There's Raoul. Cooley Lounstein with him every burst of the way. Cooley Lounstein again. Very busy player, but he's not really gone his way so far in this tournament. He conceded an own goal against Japan, and fortuitously on day one. Will still be wanting to atone for that error despite his impressive performance yesterday against Slovakia. You see the line of 3 Germans there just on the inside part of the circle. Putting up the big wall to try and deter the Czechs from getting a third. Klima being pursued by Didsveld and is rushed into a clearance, but manages it to a tee. And then the Germans offside. Didsveld breaking free of the blue line before Pilz could bring the puck forward into that area. Germany struggling to muster any sort of flow and rhythm in this game. There's always going to be a pretty even contest in the centre of the ice with these two teams more or less at the same ranking. Germany finishing bottom of the A pool against Czech Republic, who of course finished top of the B pool. Germany a much better outfit than the side we saw in Gangneung at the World Championships, though it has to be said, earlier this year. There's a new vigour and a good vibe about Andreas Bacorni's man. But it's not being reflected here. And once again, ill-discipline will cost them interference, this time against Christian Jasta. And so, for the 4th occasion in the first 10 minutes, Germany will be down to 4. As you can see there, the number 12 just denying Palat in his tracks. Six and a half minutes to go of the first period, and I think Germany will just want this one to be over, regroup at the intermission and come back stronger in the second.
Team Germany player number 12 is Justin. 2 minutes interference.
They were unfortunate, Germany, with the first goal when this man got through, despite the fact that the Germans were calling for a stoppage to play with a man down injured. The second from Gaia came out of nothing, and for that Germany can feel hard done by, but the lack of discipline has been there for all to see, and there is no excuse in giving away cheap power plays to the opposition that allows them some time to knock the puck around and make your defence tired. Gaia, almost a bit too quick for Reidler there. Reidler receptive to it, and the referee colliding behind the goal there with Habel. The referee just avoided a collision a few moments earlier. That time around, though, there was no way out for him. Here is Habel, just to knock one towards Machichka. The Germans with a 3 clogging up Broska's crease there, managing to protect his goaltender before getting it away. Good idea, trying to set free Schrader. He'll have to get on the rebound if he gets it at all, but Papenka is one just getting a little touch to it to cushion the pace off the puck and allow his defenders to come free with it. Into the last 5 minutes, Kubech darts one down the centre to no one in particular. And Broska waiting a wee while to see if there are any options ahead of him and to see if there was any reason to keep the puck alive. The big reason to keep the puck alive there, of course, was the fact that it would count down a few more seconds of this penalty. Eventually, however, he had to lay a paw on it, and we will have a face-off with 9 seconds remaining of the Czech Republic power play. Schafranek against Didsveld. The duel to occur here when the puck drops, and indeed it does, straight into the path there. Kripica, who was certainly fancying his chances. Jasta is now back onto the ice. You'll just see him pop onto the screen there. Number 12 picking up possession straight away. Schafranek read it well. However, couldn't get a stick on the end of it. Even called Klima, and he made contact with Didsveld, and the appeals from Andres Picconi and co on the far side will reap its reward because the referee has his arm up, and it will be a foul. Didsveld just laid on the far side on the halfway line with the German physio Tim Siekman just helping him out, and off the ice goes Klima. So the Czech Republic with a penalty conceded by themselves. For most of this first period they've enjoyed having the man extra. This time around they'll have to work hard to evaporate German promise with this power play. There's been a bit of confusion with the linesman here because just before the referee stopped play, it went out for icing. And the referee now making sure that the face-off will happen from the right area. Eventually we get there. Third time lucky. Now we're at the right face-off circle. So there are 4 minutes remaining, and 2 of those minutes we'll see the Czech Republic a man down. You have to say, that penalty does show that they're not resting on their laurels, the Czech Republic. They are still penetrating and zipping around the ice, trying to be forceful and aggressive in the tackle. Although, having said that, just like the Germans, it is poor to be giving away them cheap penalties. Cully Launstein meets the puck well and then heavily clashes into Gea. Neither of them two are going to get untangled quickly enough to pick up the loose puck. The Czech Republic get it away nonetheless. Sklorz. Now Reidler. This isn't where the Germans want the puck. They've used half their power play. Got to make sure that the next minute of it is worthwhile. Approaches like that certainly aren't, however. Icing. Meaning that we are back to the face-off, this time in German territory. The linesman just ordering the Czech Republic players to come forward as quickly as possible and make sure we can get on quickly with the game. Of course, the clock is always stopped, but when there are delays in between passages of play, it does disrupt momentum. Julie Launstein. Bit of room to go into here. Nice offload for Schreider, and he clattered into Schafranek. Play continues as Seagrave trying to make inroads. Again, Julie Launstein, the busy German B. Can't keep hold of possession, and the Czech Republic can clear their lines and give their defence a few seconds more respite. 20 seconds left of the German power play. And the Germans have not used this one wisely at all, I'm afraid. If you were just tuning in now, you would not know at all that Germany were the ones with a man advantage. However, it could end well. Vedder is through, Kubec's to beat. Vedder just slides it wide of the far post. That was the last chance of the German power play, as Czech Republic now have a full complement. However, it is the Germans still going. Vedder sniffing around the centre there, almost got a lucky break. However, Schafranek managed to get back on defensive duty and scoop it away. And with 90 seconds to go, the Germans beginning to have that extra momentum. real blistering pace to this first period so far, similar to the game we had earlier on between Sweden and Slovakia, but in this match, the buffer between the two teams in terms of the scoreline is far greater. Veda trying to deceive the Czech Republic back line and go back on the outside rather than progress in field. Kubeš eventually reading it. A tussle on the far backboard with 60 seconds or so to go. Kubeš looping it towards halfway. Klima, almost a nice release towards Krupček on the far side. Raul getting involved. And the Germans interlocking with their European opponents before the puck goes out into the bench on the far side because the gate was opened. Just hit the inside of the gate's opening. Ricochet back into the Czech Republic bench. Czech Republic taking their time approaching the face-off here. Happy to diffuse the pace of this match and to accept what they've got and go into the first intermission with it. And they have no reason to complain at all. 2-0 up against a German outfit who were on the same points as Czech Republic coming into this one.
Offside.
As it stands, the top two at the end of this game will be the two teams who finished in the top two at the B-Pool World Championships in Japan last year, and they're certainly showing a couple of the A-Pool World Championship contenders exactly how it's done. Germany and Sweden finishing in the bottom two positions in Gangneung in April this year, which of course is why they are here competing at this qualifying tournament in order to not only gain retribution but another bite of the cherry in terms of paving their way to a Winter Paralympic Games. Kuli Launstein, is there any time for Germany to get a goal just before this first period is out? Looks like the answer is going to be no, as Reidler concedes possession, and that will be that for the first period. Job done in period one as far as the Czech Republic are concerned. Two quick-fire goals at the start of this contest, courtesy of Pavel Kubeš, who burst through despite the fact that the Germans were a player down due to injury. However, Kubeš, the Czech Republic captain, made no mistake and fired past Klaus Broska. The lead was then doubled moments later when Mikhail Gier chanced his arm and unleashed an absolute firecracker into the left corner of Klaus Broska's net. He couldn't move a muscle. Penalties for both teams has been a main theme of this first period, but the Czech Republic will undoubtedly be the happier out of the two. In the first intermission, it's Czech Republic 0, Germany 2. We'll be back in around 10 minutes' time with action for the second period. Don't go anywhere. There's a German man down, but he's play on, and Kubeš has ghosted all the way and will score. And the German man down, but he's play on, and Kubeš has ghosted all the way and will score. And tries to pull it back for Klima to make matters worse. Snuffed away by a combination of Pilch, the scorer. Again, whetting the appetite and shooting towards. Whetting the appetite and shooting towards the roof of the goal. It hit the bar, came down, Gaia shoots, and once again, the roof of the goal, it hit the bar, came down, Gaia shoots, and once better down the centre, will get there ahead of Klima, but then the goaltender does manage to get there for Penka, and then there's a bit of room to go into here. Nice offload for Schreider. Better is through, Kubeš to beat, Better just slides it wide of the far post. Launstein. Is there any time for Germany to get a goal just before Trying to force the Czech Republic out onto the periphery, although they've created a bit of a gap here. A low shot is in. Offers off this, because so far they've offered very little. There's a German man down, but he's play on, and Kubek has ghosted all the way and will score. And the German man down, but he's play on, and Kubek has ghosted all the way and will score. Alak tries to pull it back for Klima to make matters worse. Snuffed away by a combination of Pilch, the scorer. Again, whetting the appetite and shooting towards. Again, whetting the appetite and shooting towards the roof of the goal. It hit the bar, came down, Gaia shoots, and once again, the roof of the goal, it hit the bar, came down, Gaia shoots, and what's better down the centre, will get there ahead of Klima, but then the goaltender does manage to get there for Penka, and then there's a bit of room to go into here. Nice offload for Schreider. Better is through, Kubek to beat, Better just slides it wide of the far post. Lounge time. Is there any time for Germany to get a goal just before? Welcome back to the Ostersund Arena for the second period of Germany against the Czech Republic, with the latter leading by 2-0. Goals in the first period. Firstly from Pavel Kubek, the captain, and then Michal Geja. See Jiří Bříža's men in a very commanding position indeed. Germany with a lot of work to do. They do have goals in them. They've scored 5 in their first 2 games. They're going to have to provide some magic in this set of 15 minutes, and pretty sharply as well, in order to disrupt a very rapid Czech Republic side. These two teams coming into this game both on 3 points in the current tournament standings. Czech Republic in second, ahead of Germany on goal difference. Of course, the top 3 come Saturday night, qualifying for the 2018 Paralympic Winter Games. Japan top of the standings, 2 wins out of 2. This is the Czech Republic's second game after having a day off yesterday. You can see they come into this game on the 3 points, but without conceding a goal as well. Germany have a lot of work to do in order to turn things around and join Japan at the top of the tournament tree. So we are ready then for the second period to get underway. A good rattle of applause from the Czech Republic and also the German bench as well. The Germans not too demoralised after a frustrating first third. For a neutral, it's been a wonderful start to the game, with those 2 Czech Republic goals bringing a total of 26 goals in 5 and a bit games so far this week. And we are only just halfway through this tournament. And that's what happens when you raise the stakes as high as a Paralympic Games. That's how much it means to these teams. And they have so far brought with them here to the heart of Sweden some of the best para ice hockey they can offer. Sklorts with an early bit of backtracking there. Raúl getting his body in the way. Of course, I mentioned as well that out for Slovakia today is Miroslav Hrbek, which means they've actually only got 3 registered defensemen in their roster. He's got a shoulder injury. Unsure of when he's going to be back, but they may not need him with this sort of offensive play that they are producing at the moment. Apple going head-to-head with Sklorts. And then Halleck wins his battle on the far side. Rydler nips in to gain the loose puck. A risky change from the Czech Republic while that was going on in front of their bench, almost having one too many players onto the ice, but they negotiate it well. Here's Disveld, goes past the first challenge, is going to go for goal. It floats over the bar of Michal Vapenka's net. Didn't really move too much. The Czech Republic goaltender very much had that covered. Hiltz's clearance is weak. Szafranek goes for one, well wide of the near post, but it will ricochet for Raúl. Palats got an angle here to try and pull it back. There's a bit of room floating around the blue line area. However, he opts against that. Germany win possession back. Czech Republic definitely applying pressure to the gas at the moment, but to no avail as of yet. Germany holding as firm as possible, and are probably aware that the third would kill off the tie, and so they must not concede another. Szafranek putting into a dangerous area. It's Raúl getting there ahead of Klima. Klima has it now, rebounds it off Raúl. The 2 teammates there not exactly having the most handsome of exchanges, and then Disveld at the other end can now motor forward. He's halted in his progress forward there by Palat, who got back well. Disveld again. Got Rydler back down the line. There's a couple of black and amber shirts as well in the centre. Goes around the back of the goal, and now Elmer with Klima in his back. Elmer just trying to turn away from that pressure of Klima, but much easier said than done. And Palat clearing it away. The puck will probably go for icing there. Indeed it does. So play is brought back to Czech Republic territory. So a brisk pace to set off the second period. Not too much quality on show, however. Always difficult in a game of this magnitude to strike the balance between using your head and using the adrenaline that's pumping around your veins inside of you. Czech Republic have probably managed this game a lot better than Germany have, obviously aided by the 2 early goals. Germany seemingly rattled and haven't got the sort of cohesion and chemistry that they boasted so successfully against Slovakia yesterday. Icing call made, this time against Germany, so off we catapult to the other end of the ice. Don't forget, tomorrow is a day off for all 5 teams, so no action tomorrow. Gia with a low effort towards the near post. Broska forced into a save. Gia again, and he's looking for that second goal of the match. It is again blocked on its way towards the goal. That day off tomorrow will be very useful to all the sides who do get an additional day off each as well on alternate days. Czech Republic had their day off yesterday. Germany's day off coming on Friday, so they will have back-to-back days off. Gia certainly bearing down on goal. This time he should get a second. Oh, how cool was that? A flick up the left, onto the right, and in off the crossbar as well. And the Czech Republic surely out of sight now, leading by 3 goals to 0. Gia ghosting past a non-existent German backline, but he still had a bit of work to do one-on-one. Gave Broska the eyes, and he just beautifully exchanged the puck from left stick onto right before using the latter to thrash it in off of the bar. It's Gia's second of the game, the Czech Republic's third. Germany 0, Czech Republic 3. Well, we were just talking about breaks, and now Germany will be having one tomorrow. They certainly let the Czech Republic in there. A bit of a lucky break. Yeah, probably couldn't believe how much room he got. Very similar to the Kubek goal at the start of this game. That was, of course, primarily due to the fact that Germany were a man down, quite literally. There was an injury on the edge of their own blue line, but there are no excuses on that occasion. Penalty given, and it's against the Czech Republic. And that is for hooking. Who will be the man to go off? Looks like it's Raoul who is making way towards the near side. So a bit of a lifeline for Germany with the 2-minute spell, the man extra. Incidentally, if you are new to the sport of para ice hockey, it's great to have you on board. Do make sure you get in touch with us. The Twitter handle @para ice hockey and the hashtag Ostersund 2017. Any questions about the sport in general, the teams on show this week, or maybe just the qualification process for PyeongChang 2018? Your questions are very much welcome. We will answer them as and when we get them. Gia just shouldering into the side of Sklutz, though, seems to have come worse off. He's still just getting upright once more. Kubek, and there will be a penalty against Germany coming up now as well. And, well, doesn't that just sum up the game for Germany? As soon as they get a man advantage, they then gift the Czech Republic a power play of their own, and that time it is for slashing. the guilty party. Here's Hugo Reidler, an experienced player. Expected no better. Of course, frustration is always going to be present when you're 3-0 down in such a key contest. But you need to keep a cool lid on things. And unfortunately for him and Germany, Reidler couldn't do so there. So 4-on-4. There is still 90 seconds left of the penalty against the Czech Republic. So the Czech Republic will have a 30-second power play. When Raul is back onto the ice. They're slightly petering out at the moment. Effort comes in from Kubrecht. It's closed down. Kia alive and wanting a hat-trick. Loses balance on that occasion. And Disveld, the bulldozer, just charges down the near side. Habel wanted to get involved in that physical contest as well. Kubek out from the back. Taken to his stride by Habel. And then the puck forced around the perimeter of the backboard before being hammered away by Pilz, who's holding his face here. He's left both sticks onto the ice, and the game will be stopped pretty quickly due to the icing call, but I hope also that the officials are going to stop that due to the injury as well to Pilz, because as soon as he received the contact there, he just threw his sticks down and put his hands to his face. His helmet is still on, and the German physio, Tim Siegmann, is going across to aid the German defenseman. So while that is occurring, perfect opportunity for us to mark your card for the remainder of the week. So as I say, tomorrow a day off for all 5 teams, and you may be getting para ice hockey withdrawals from that, particularly after the excitement we've had in the last couple of days. But needn't worry, we're back on Friday. Sweden against the Czech Republic is the 12 noon match as the host nation try and resuscitate their PyeongChang 2018 chances. But it'll be difficult against the Czech Republic outfit. Now we're in fine form indeed. After that, Japan take on Slovakia. Japan unbeaten so far, 2 wins out of 2 against the Slovakia outfit, who managed to get their first couple of points today with that overtime win against Sweden. So still lots of action coming your way this week here at the World Para Ice Hockey Paralympic Winter Games Qualification Tournament. And I'm glad to say the noise you hear in the background there wasn't just the excitement of the players for all the action still to come here this week. It was due to the fact Christian Pilz is back up, he's on the German bench now, and may be able to be back on later, although the back of his neck is what seems to be in some discomfort because a cold compress is being applied by the physio on the far side to that area. So we'll monitor that. And this game certainly to be scrutinised as well. Germany will be looking at it in deep depth after the game. It's been a frustrating showing for them. Probably their worst performance so far in these championships. They lost by 4 to Japan by 6-2, but that scoreline seemed pretty harsh on them. Can't really complain with the scoreline here, and it could get worse. Effort comes in, Broska denying a 4th goal there. The effort courtesy of Karichka. And he was quite far out, but Broska still had to be on guard. Of course, we've still got a couple of penalties going on. After that delay to the injury of Pilz, it feels like ages ago that the penalties were distributed, but seem to be coming back on. For the Czech Republic is Raul. In fact, he's on now as that effort goes over. So Raul's back on, and it's the Czech Republic power play for the next 23 seconds, to be exact. Schreider against Kubek. Kubek had an awesome game for the Czech Republic. I feel like when it comes to player of the game, the only reason he would miss out on player of the match, should I say, is because of Mikael Gejer's brace. Raoul. Kubek behind him, finds him nicely as well. Kubek slotting across to the near side, and Gejer, as Germany are now restored to full strength. Sklots getting involved. Brzoska scrambling around, trying to just lay claim to the puck. He couldn't. However, Sklots did a good job to get it away. Kubek just putting it reluctantly back into the German defensive zone, as most of his teammates were offside, so nothing could really come of that. Still, Czech possession. Habel, options left and right. Predominantly looking towards the near side, but then he checks towards the far. He'll go down the centre himself, and that was a wonderful effort. Not quite sure how far wide that was. Brzoska's goal, but it wasn't a million miles away. Schreider, onside, can't get the puck before it gets to the goal line, and then nor can he slow himself down to get back for the rebound off the backboard either. He's still not giving it up. However, there are no Germans lurking around that corner to receive the second puck. Sklots dragging himself towards the far side to get on the end of that one. Hiltz getting there just ahead of Gejer, but it doesn't stop the Czech Republic being able to get a stick on it and clearing it away. Germany just not being able to have a spell of possession like the Czech Republic have had in the last few moments, and then it's fired into the German bench there by Disveld. I'm sure that there was nothing personally involved in that. He almost hit his own physio there on the head. He's wearing something black on his head. It's the German physio, but it's a hat rather than a helmet, so I don't think that would have prevented much damage. Thankfully, no one came into contact with that flying puck. And we'll restart in the centre with the puck drop between Disveld and also Szafranek. Szafranek, an important player in the Czech Republic ranks. And he has possession, lays it back, trying to be the assist maker. Krupicka, a wonderful goal! What a team goal from the Czech Republic, who put the cap on. An excellent performance here in Ostersund this afternoon. One of the best team goals we have had in this tournament so far. Szafranek making the initial inroad. He knocked it back towards Pallet, who put it on a plate for Krupicka, who fired it high past Klaus Brzoska, and compounds what has been a miserable day for Germany. But an emphatic one for the Czech Republic. They lead now 4-0. Well, Krupicka scored 4 against Great Britain in the B-Pool World Championships last year. Born with spina bifida, and he is such an influential player. As I was saying just before that goal there in the Czech Republic ranks, he actually inspired Jiří Raoul to pick up the sport in 2008. Gejer wants a hat-trick. Slots it back into the centre. Radler got there before Brzoska could lay claim to the puck, and fired back in, well wide of the near post. Czech Republic with Germany wrapped around their finger at the moment, right where they want them. And a sizable challenge for Germany has just got bigger, at least twofold. Dolizhal didn't have the location of the puck under wraps initially, but had the time to locate it then, and then Kuli Launstein getting into a bit of afters on the near side with Habel. That was quickly defused by the linesman on the near side, who did a good job because Gulli Launstein was almost guilty of slashing that. Habel, good play from him. He's got his back to goal. Look at the time he's got. It's a poor pass from him. Gulli Launstein with it. Schrader in front of him. He stayed on side as well. And Schrader got the pace to get on the end of it. Answers yes. Kubek behind him though will try and dispossess. That's a fortunate ricochet before being able to do so. Plants it forward for Geyer, who will have support behind him as well from Atichka. He tried to offload it, but they were in different locations to where they thought they were. Disveld through, Dalajal, the last man back. Can he stop it? Gulli Launstein almost got a sight on goal as well. Squirms agonisingly away from him. Germany still alive in the attacking third. Geyer back on defensive duties. An end-to-end feel about this game now. That fourth goal certainly opening things up because Germany have no choice but to go hammer and tong for a goal back. And really, goal difference becoming irrelevant because we've got a goal difference of -1 coming into this game anyway. It's -5 now. No point in employing the damage limitation tactic. You've just got to go out there and try and get one back. Disveld, it was a good pass, but there was no one in black and amber there. Schafranek could comfortably pass it forward for Kaprichka. Very diminutive player, Kaprichka. And of course, upper body strength, a big part of para ice hockey. The way that you have to use the other end of your stick to get into the ice and propel yourself forward. Propelling forward now at Germany. It's well saved by the helmet there of Vapenka, and then there's a scuffle around the crease. A dispute with a few of the German players as to the pace in which Vedka went into Vapenka. And it is that fist from Disveld after that incident that will see him leave the ice. And well, not the most responsible action there from your captain, but the Germans have been used to penalties going against them in this match so far, and for them it'll just be another 2 minutes. Just over 2 minutes remaining of this period. Geyer, bit of room maybe for a shot, and it's plucked out of the air very nicely indeed by Klaus Boska. Bit of frustration for him as well after a clean sheet yesterday against Slovakia. He's been soundly beaten on 4 occasions today. And will he manage to keep that starting berth in goal ahead of Kunst? Geyer off radar with that effort. Puck still alive for Matichka. Bit of an angle, he's got room for the shot, however. He may have tried to squeeze it inside there. Whatever he was doing, he took his time about it. Kubek plays it back nicely. Habel, excellent from Seagref. So you just wrap his stick underneath the sledge of Habel there to dispossess him. But Habel quickly gets it back. A few options in front of him, but the Germans trying to form a plug in the centre of their defensive zone. Geyer ghosting away from a couple of challenges. Sklorz in there, and I think that might be a teeing call against him as well. Sklorz will leave the ice, and Germany are going to be down to 3 outfield players now. Quite an easy decision for the referee. Teeing indeed is the offence. Sklorz shakes his head, but was quite forceful in that challenge, and of course in para ice hockey, when you come into the side of the opponent, it's always going to result in a teeing call. So Germany are going to more or less play the next minute with 3 outfield players. struggle against the Czech Republic when you've got 5 out there, let alone just the 3. Klima. Probably another penalty against Germany, is there? Oh no, fortunately for them, it's actually gone against the Czech Republic on this occasion, so bit of a gift that for the Germans. Szafranek, the man to go off. Thrusting a fist. Still the Czech Republic with the player advantage, but it's not as stark an advantage as it was a few seconds ago. Rare opportunity for Germany to flurry forward.
Czech Republic, player number 24,
Kubech on the right-hand side. It's a 2-on-2 situation here. Pallet trying to dart onto the end of it. Albanus making his first appearance of the game. He's back to mop up. Kubech. Vedder intercepts. Goes past Raoul as well. Krichka's back, so he's got 2 in front of him here, Vedder, but again go past Raoul. Very good play from Vedder. Nice individual effort. Can't find the target. Krichka. Heavy challenge from Jasta into Kubech, and then the stick of Sigrev goes flying. Pallet in a dangerous area. Let's see back, Raoul. Gone back. Kubech with a shot, blocked by his own player, Raoul, who then goes for goal himself. And he can't find the target. Germany back with 4 players at the end of that second period there, as re-entering the ice was Disveld, but he didn't really have any opportunity there to stamp his marker on that one, did he? The hoot blowing more or less immediately, and the score at the end of period 2 is Germany 0, Czech Republic 4. The Czechs doubling their advantage at the end of period 1. The goals this time courtesy of Mikhail Gaya and Zdeněk Krupicka, which means that with just 15 minutes remaining here, the game looks more or less all but done. Germany 0, Czech Republic 4. Come back in a few moments' time to see if Germany can pull off the very much improbable. Floats over the... Gear with a low effort towards the near post. Gear again, and he's looking for that second goal on Friday, so they will have back-to-back days off. Gear, certainly bearing down on goal. This time he should get a second. Oh, how cool. Certainly bearing down on goal. This time he should get a second. Oh. He's still just getting upright once more. Kubech. And there will be a penalty against Germany coming up now as well. Really complain with the scoreline here, and it could get worse. Effort comes in, Broska denying a full strength. Sklort's getting involved, Broska scrambling around, trying to just lay claim to the puck. He couldn't. Being able to have a spell of possession like the Czech Republic have had in the last few moments. And it's in the Czech Republic ranks. And he has possession, lays it back, trying to be the assist maker. Krichka, a wonderful goal. Has possession, lays it back, trying to be the assist maker. Krichka, a wonderful goal. The other end of your stick to get into the ice and propel yourself forward. Propelling forward now with Germany. It's well saved by the helmet there. Oh, to get into the ice and propel yourself forward. Propelling forward now with Germany. It's well saved by the helmet there. Oh, Vapenka, and then there's a scuffle around the crease. Keep that starting berth in goal ahead of Kunst. Gaya of their defensive zone. Gaya ghosting away from a couple of challenges. Sklort's in there, nothing here Vedder, but again go past Raoul. Very good play from Vedder. Nice in Raoul, who then goes for goal himself. And he can't find the target. Well, here's Disveld, goes past the first challenge, he's going to go for goal, it floats over the... Gear with a low effort towards the near post. Gear again, and he's looking for that second goal on Friday, so they will have back-to-back days off. Gear, certainly bearing down on goal, this time he should get a second. Oh, how cool. Certainly bearing down on goal, this time he should get a second. Oh. He's still just getting upright once more. Kubech, and there will be a penalty against Germany coming up now as well. Really complain with the scoreline here, and it could get worse. Effort comes in, Broska denying a force round. Sklort's getting involved, Broska scrambling around, trying to just lay claim to the puck. He couldn't. Being able to have a spell of possession like the Czech Republic have had in the last few moments. And it's in the Czech Republic ranks. And he has possession, lays it back, trying to be the assist maker. Krivicka, wonderful goal! Has possession, lays it back, trying to be the assist maker. Krivicka, wonderful goal! The other end of your stick to get into the ice and propel yourself forward. Propelling forward now at Germany. It's well saved by the helmet there. Oh, to get into the ice and propel yourself forward. Propelling forward now at Germany. It's well saved by the helmet there. Oh, Vapenka, and then there's a scuffle around the crease. Keep that starting berthing goal out of Kunst. Gaia of their defensive zone. Gaia ghosting away from a couple of challenges. Sklort's in there, nothing here Vedder, but again go past Raoul. Very good play from Vedder. Nice in Raoul, who then goes for goal himself. And he can't find the target. Gear with a low effort towards the near post. Gear again, and he's looking for that second goal on Friday, so they will have back-to-back days off. Gear, certainly bearing down on goal, this time he should get a second. Oh, how cool. Certainly bearing down on goal, this time he should get a second. Oh. He's still just getting upright once more. Kubech, and there will be a penalty against Germany coming up now as well. Really complain with the scoreline here, and it could get worse. Effort comes in, Broska denying a force round. Sklort's getting involved, Broska scrambling around, trying to just lay claim to the puck. He couldn't. Being able to have a spell of possession like the Czech Republic have had in the last few moments. And it's in the Czech Republic ranks. And he has possession, lays it back, trying to be the assist maker. Krivicka, wonderful goal! Has possession, lays it back, trying to be the assist maker. Krivicka, wonderful goal! The other end of your stick to get into the ice and propel yourself forward. Propelling forward now at Germany. It's well saved by the helmet there. Oh, to get into the ice and propel yourself forward. Propelling forward now at Germany. It's well saved by the helmet there. Oh, Vapenka, and then there's a scuffle around the crease. Keep that starting berthing goal out of Kunst. Gaia of their defensive zone. Gaia ghosting away from a couple of challenges. Sklort's in there, nothing here Vedder, but again go past Raoul. Very good play from Vedder. Nice in Raoul, who then goes for goal himself. And he can't find the target. Welcome back for the final time today to the Ostersund Arena. Czech Republic leading against Germany by 4-0. A performance, it has to be said, that has been as dominant as the scoreline suggests. Germany not very penetrative in front of the Czech Republic goal. And they've conceded far too many penalties as well to allow the Czech Republic to exert pressure. And I expect those penalties to continue as the frustration of this scoreline will both teams do have a player in the penalty box for the start of this third and final period. Currently in the cage for Germany for another 43 seconds is Lucas Sklorz, and for the Czech Republic, Zdeněk Šafranek is in there for another minute. Of course, the significance of this game is that the winner will go on to 6 points and join Japan at the top of the standings. Czech Republic have played 2 games so far. This is their second. And Germany, this is their third. After this, it looks like they'll have won 1 and they'll have lost 2. And the loss is going to get worse, is it? Oh, well defended. Extraordinarily well defended by Jörg Vedder there, who was back to deny a certain Czech Republic goal. Goodness knows what happened to the German defence other than Vedder. They seem to evaporate right at the start of that face-off there. And the Czech Republic will feel as if they should have got a 5th. Just shows you they're not content with the 4 they've got. Goal difference may be crucial at the end of this week. So while you've got the opportunity to go out there and get some goals, you might as well try. Sklorz is back on for Germany, who are now at full strength and have the power play. But possession is still with the Czechs. It's put into a dangerous area, but there is no one in the centre to gobble it up. And swiftly, Šafranek is back on for the Czech Republic, so it's 5-on-5 once again for the first time in this third period. The puck is loose with Gear now laying claim to it on the near side, keeping it forward of the blue line as well, but it's well nudged forward by Disveld. And here's Vedder, awaiting support, but all there really is around him is just the white shirts of the Czech Republic, who are moving the puck with wonderful zip and vigour at this moment. And Gear on for a hat-trick, will go alone, and he fires it into the midriff of Klaus Roska there, to make that one look a little bit simpler than it may have actually been. There's the opportunity that Vedder denied from turning into a goal. And Roska having his fair share of work to do as well in the first 90 seconds of this third period. Face off in the German defensive zone. Klima picking it up. Again, it ricochets off the backboard, and again it hits the Czech Republic quickest to react. Pallet has Sklorz in his back. Joining in on the action now is Hugo Sigreff as well, 43-year-old. Pallet does really well. Šafranek back. This is a real chance, and it is missed. But there will be a penalty to come, because as Krubica there not only missed the target, he then got a right thumping reaction from Sigreff, who thundered into him. And we'll now go on for another 2 minutes. And it's astonishing here how many penalties have been given away by Germany. It's good that they're up for it. It's good that they're committed to collide and pressure the opposition. But surely the amount of minutes they've racked up in this match has just been too much for coach Andreas Pokorny to comprehend and to condone. Kuli Laumstein Germany just trying to get out of their own half at the moment. They momentarily succeed. Sklorts on the near side. 90 seconds remaining of this Czech Republic power play. That is the 9th penalty that Germany have conceded in this game. And the Czech Republic are just as bad, they've conceded 8. Kubek. Habel. 45 seconds left of this power play. Kubek, there's loads of room on the far side. He cannons it back to Dolashal. Radler coming out to meet him. And managing to urge the puck away as well. Habel. Germany almost short at the back there as they were making some changes on the far side. They survive, however. Tichka. Ricochets for Vedder. Trying to spin one onto the outside for Didsveld, who was overlapping. Raoul has possession of the puck, and Germany are back to full strength. Seagrass, so well done to Germany there on that power play. Job done. Going without conceding in those 2 minutes. Seagrass trying to conjure it back. Vedder! Ruthless! A devastating finish from Jörg Vedder, who clinically struck home after good work from Seagrass. And Germany pull one back. It may just be a consolation goal, but Vedder, who really is a strong finisher in that area of the ice, thundered it home. Papenka, no chance. Germany shave a quarter off of the scoreline. Germany 1, Czech Republic 4. Lapse in concentration at the back for the Czech Republic, who concede their first goal of the tournament. Characteristic slip up from them.
By player 77, Jörg Vedder. He was assisted by number 96, Udo
Reidler. Biding his time, doing well. Tichka chasing him everywhere, and then showing him who's boss as well at the backboard. Seagrass now into Habel. If you hadn't already guessed, para ice hockey is not a game for the faint-hearted. Kubek collided into by Sklorts, suspicion of teeing there, but the referee didn't agree. Again, more appeals on the near side, but the puck's still alive. Just about coping with the impact it's receiving. The players are having their fair share of bumps and bruises as well. There's an offside call against Germany. Kuli Laumstein breaking over the blue line there before the puck did with him. 9.5 minutes to go. Is that enough time for Germany to rack up 3? They managed 3 yesterday against Slovakia. And that was over the course of the full 45 minutes. A very tough ask indeed to do it with 9.5 minutes to go. Raoul. Coach should deal with that, does so as well. Vedder was coming back from an offside position, so couldn't get active in that play. Can now though. Pilz again knocking it forward. Didsveld will chase, but the icing call made. And just off camera at the moment is Zdeněk Krpička just telling his players to keep focused and keep committed, not to allow Germany another inch to squirm their way back into this and to half the arrears. Vedder, the goal scorer. That goal from Vedder, his second, after managing to notch one on the board against Slovenia. Disveld forced out to the far side. Krpička just clattering into him. And Krpička, you'll have noticed, is an athlete on the ice with no lower limbs at all. And that enables him to have that little extra spring with the upper body, because he's got less weight to carry. You can see him surging down the left of centre there as well, trying to get in position for a square pass from Raul. Eventually it is worked back for Krpička, who just sees his effort go wide. Disveld. Forward and onside is Elmer, who gets there ahead of Klima. He's got Vedder up with him. Vedder's actually gone into the back of the net, and so play will be momentarily halted. You can just see there Vedder in a good position to receive a pass across, but the angle was never favourable for Torsten Elmer. So a momentary suspension in play, just so that net can be reconstructed back onto its rightful area. Czech Republic trying to re-establish their 4-goal buffer. Kubek closed down by Sklorz. Gaia misses it, Reidler almost did, but he had the room around him to play with before locating the puck. Cooley Launstein, nice knock forward, and Schreider will get onto the end of this. Bit of an angle, Schreider, just slipped through the gloves of Vapenka there, a bit too much venom on the shot for him to be able to handle it. Seagrave now, it's on his left blade, and he just fires wide of the far post. Right behind that one, you could see exactly where he was aiming for there, Seagrave, but just couldn't get it west of the upright. Icing call against the Czech Republic. Since the German goal, there is new life in Andreas Pokorny's outfit. Just see there Seagrave flashing one past the face of Vapenka's goal. Face-off won by Germany. Fizzed into the centre, not dealt with by Vapenka at the first time of asking, and fortunately for the Czech Republic, it fell for Gia, who can now stride forward. A nice give and go as well. Gia again, inside for Kubek. Couldn't quite take the sting out of the pace of the puck as it came towards him. Shot from distance. Isn't well dealt with by Broska. And Gia thought he could try and squeeze that in from an angle on the rebound. Failed to do so. Penalty coming as well. The referee's just pointing in that direction. I'm not quite sure which player it was at. He's demonstrating a pushing motion. And it will be a German player to go off. Jörg Vedder, not for the first time, will be the one making way for 2 minutes. So checking from behind is the decision made by the referee. And Vedder will spend 2 of the next 6 minutes watching on like everybody else from the near side. And with that penalty, there's a slight lull in the game now. There's actually 2 players going off now for Germany. 10 with the personal foul. And he has now made way. But it doesn't, that second one doesn't affect the team too much because there are still 4 outfield players out there for the Germans. Shot comes in, it flashes over. That one from Schafranek. Julie Launstein getting into a scuffle once again on the near side. This time with Pala. Game sort of lost its rhythm in the last few moments since that penalty. Julie Launstein with a bit of an opening, tries to play it across agonisingly behind Schreider. He gets on it this time. Julie Launstein is still up there with him. He now has possession of the puck. Schafranek trying to sniff out the danger. Firm collision in the corner with Klima and Julie Launstein again. It's a 2-on-1 in Czech Republic's favour, and they use their numerical advantage to swoop the puck clear around the backboard and towards the blue line. Pallet, nice turn away from Schreider, but not a great release. Julie Launstein not really getting the break he wanted there. Czech Republic on the break themselves now. Kopicka is out fought by Sklorz. Collision between Julie Launstein and Dolijal sees the puck flip over the board on the far side and out of play, so the face-off will be in order. See the nearest face-off circle, which is in German territory. Just for the record as well, Simon Kunst is now in the German goal. Klaus Broska, after keeping a clean sheet yesterday against Slovakia, making way for Kunz, 30-year-old, currently keeping a clean sheet in the German goal in this third period, after conceding 6 against Japan the other day. A couple of really unfortuitous goals in that as well. Struggling now to try and keep that one out. Does a really good job though, just fisting it off the goal line. Beuschel is on, the number 10 for Germany. And it's a scramble around the back of the net, it's put in. Well, goodness me, what on earth happened there? Simon Kunst is beaten. The goal is definitely given. There's an injury as well in there. Let's see what happened. It was pulled back. Oh, what a finish that is. Michael Gear gets the hat-trick. Look at that. Just manages to curve his arm and his stick around that post before slotting it in. For his troubles, he did receive quite a thump, but the Czech Republic got a 5th goal, and Michal Geja gets a hat-trick, just like his captain Pavel Kubic did on match day 1. Geja gets 3 for his troubles today. However, he may pay a certain price for that, as he will be receiving treatment from the Czech Republic physio now, who runs onto the ice as swiftly as he can without slipping on a banana skin. And Geja will now slowly make his way from the goal in which he just scored the Czech Republic's 5th. Back towards the far side, and I suspect he'll be watching the remainder of this game from the bench. But look at that. He gets it. The first contact on the puck wasn't ideal. He dragged it towards the back of the net, but then managed to change his direction wonderfully well. Look at that, with the outside of the right blade, and then drag it back in curving around the post with the inside of the right blade. Collided into, ultimately, by Hugo Seagrave, who probably was envious of the finish there from Geyer. Wonderful goal from him. And he was named as the Czech Republic's best player in their gold medal winning campaign in Japan last year in the B-Pool World Championships. Well, he's on his way to similar accolades in this tournament. Performances like the one he's put in today. Seagrave. Germany keen to notch another onto their tally to make the score line look a bit more respectable. They fought hard, but the Czech Republic have that extra bit of quality in front of goal, and they are clinical, as this game has proven. And that sort of finish from Mikael Geyer there belongs in the A pool of para ice hockey. Exceptional finish. Penalties being given here to the Czech Republic, making way is Jiří Raoul for delaying the game. Bit of a needless penalty to give away, just trying to take the sting out of any German purpose, although there isn't much left with 3.5 minutes remaining. There isn't much doubt about it now that the Czech Republic will be joint top of the standings tonight with Japan. Czech Republic will be top on goal difference, Japan second. Third, Germany will still boast, however. The Slovakians are just 1 point behind them on their 2 points, Sweden bottom on 1. So everybody has got at least a point on the board. The second half of this week is going to be incredibly fascinating, as two teams will miss out on stamping their tickets for PyeongChang 2018. Germany trying to have the last laugh in this one, but thwarted once more by Mikhail Vapenka in the Czech Republic goal, who has not had enough to do today. Conceded the one from Jörg Vedder. There was nothing to be done to save that. Apart from that, he's not had to make too many stops, particularly unlike his opposite number, Klaus Vroska, and now Simon Kuntz, who occupies the German goal. So just a reminder that tomorrow there are no games here at Ostersund, which is a big shame after the incredible 3 days of action we've had already, but you needn't worry because we are back with two double headers. Friday, Sweden take on the Czech Republic. Sweden desperate for points at this critical stage of the competition. And then after that, Japan take on Slovakia. Saturday is the final day of action here in Ostersund. And that is Sweden against Germany before the Czech Republic and Japan close things off. And they are the two teams to beat at the moment. Geyer. Looks like a question of who's going to be third rather than who's going to occupy the top two. But of course, it will change. Germany with the power play here, and you wouldn't have known, would you? Because Czech Republic enjoying the possession now, working it beautifully well. Geyer wanting a fourth, tried to square it across and ask for the touch from Habel. It was just behind him. And the Czech Republic are now back with 5 players, but really they could play the rest of the game with 4 and it wouldn't make too much difference. Raoul straight back onto the ice and immediately into the argument. Clattered on the near side by Disveld. Habel trying to scoop his way into the centre for a shot, leaves it for Kubic instead. A head-on-head collision with him and Disveld. Kuli Launstein trying to keep it in before it goes for icing. He manages as well, tries to knock it back. Physical presence of Dolizhar, though, prevented that from occurring successfully. Tempers slightly fraying at the end of this one, although we've seen more penalties in this game than any other so far in this tournament, so it's no surprise it's going to end on a little bit of a feisty note, especially with German frustration bubbling away in there as well. Inside the final 20 seconds. Grapichka, inside it goes. Schafranek, oh, just wide. Penalty's going to be given against Germany nonetheless, but Czech Republic would like to score anyway before the referee blows his whistle. They failed to do so, but will still be aided by that power play. Another German penalty. And it is for teeing again. Quite a common offence in the world of para ice hockey. The offender is Kuli Launstein, who shakes his head before entering the penalty box. Well, just a handful of seconds left before Czech Republic will be confirmed as 5-1 winners here against Germany. There we go. Game, set, match in favour of the Czech Republic. A super performance from them, with the only blot on their copybook apart from poor discipline was the goal by Jörg Vedder that brought it back to 4-1. After that, Mikael Gehr with the goal of the game, making it 5-1. He couldn't have been much closer to the net, but the fact that his body positioning was behind the goal and he still managed to scoop it around the near post of Simon Kunt's net certainly sees him worthy of not just that impressive third, but also player of the game as well, should he get it. It'd be very harsh if he doesn't. The hat-trick hero for the Czechs. As for Germany, a lot of work for them to do on their 2 days off now. Tomorrow they don't play, just like everybody else, and on Friday as well they'll get a day's rest before that big crunch clash with the host nation at Saturday noon. Sweden against Germany. That could determine who picks up third spot. There's the goal I was talking about there, that fifth one, superbly executed from Mikael Gehr when it looked nearly impossible for him to orchestrate. We're at the end of a very feisty affair here in Ostersund. It's the Czech Republic with that extra bit of quality and class in front of goal that sees them run out by 5 goals to 1.
And in Czech Republic,
player of the game now being announced.
Number 74.
And indeed, Mikael Gehr, the man of the moment, receives that accolade. And it would have been wrong for anybody else in Czech colours to take the main plaudits here. An excellent showing from him. And the smile on his face epitomising the morale in the Czech Republic camp at the moment. They've scored 10, they've conceded 1. Not bad going after 2 games. Jörg Vedder is the next to claim his accolade, almost reluctantly coming towards the near side after taking the stick taps from his teammates. Looks as if to me he just wanted to get this one out of the way, and of course always a scant consolation for the losing side. Vedder's goal, his second of this tournament, and there was no keeping that one out. Rapanka with not a prayer to deny the German veteran, who has played in 4 World Championships, but his nation are in a perilous position if he's to add a Paralympic Winter Games onto that as well. Czech Republic out on top. Here's the national anthem. the second time in 2 games for the Czech Republic, their national anthem blasts out loud and proud here in Ostersund. So a successful win for them, winning by 5 goals to 1. And they definitely utilised their day off yesterday. As for Germany, they get 2 days off in a row. The one tomorrow, of course, the one that will be enjoyed by all 5 teams. And I think the spectators deserve a little break as well, because we've been absorbing some wonderful action over the course of the last 3 days. Time to take a breather. Make sure you join us on Friday, 12 o'clock local time, 11 o'clock British summer time. The host nation will be back in action. Can they stop the impressive Czech Republic? Find out then. But until then, have a very good evening. Goodbye. So far, they've offered very little. There's a German man down, but he's play on, and Kubek has ghosted all the way and will score. And the German man down, but he's play on, and Kubek has ghosted all the way and will score. Again, whetting the appetite and shooting towards the roof of the goal. It hit the bar, came down. Gaia shoots, and once again, the roof of the goal. It hit the bar, came down. Gaia shoots, and once on Friday, so they will have back-to-back days off. Yeah. Certainly bearing down on goal. This time he should get a second. Oh, how cool. Certainly bearing down on goal. This time he should get a second. Oh. In the Czech Republic ranks. And he has possession, lays it back, trying to be the assist maker. Krivicka, a wonderful goal. Has possession, lays it back, trying to be the assist maker. Krivicka, a wonderful goal. Going without conceding in those 2 minutes. Seagrave. Trying to country back. Vedder, ruthless. Davis Seagrave. Trying to country it back. Vedder, ruthless. Bushel is on, the number 10 for Germany. And it's a scramble around the back of the net. And it's a scramble around.